Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We are live here in South Bellevue, Washington, east of the bridge,
You just
right?
said it so
What?
eloquently.
I did?
Oh, we're in South
Oh, yeah, we're in South
Bellevue,
Bellevue.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
See my
So,
little sweater and
no,
my
my
I
blouse,
know.
not my
No,
sweater.
me,
Yeah.
not you. Me.
Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. We hope that wherever you are in the world, you're having a wonderful day or night, or maybe it's lunchtime where you are. And we're having a wonderful morning as well. We're going to be taking calls. I did want to tell everyone, though, I am going. Remember Kelly White? We've interviewed her
Yep.
before, right?
Mhm.
She's lovely. She's a protege of James Van Prague. And she has her own television show on Facebook. It's a Facebook television show. So she's going to be interviewing me today. We're going to be talking to people, talking about energy medicine, and but you can go to my Instagram page or my Facebook page and find the link. It starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'm pretty sure it's Pacific time. It's a 90-minute experience, and Kelly's lovely and brilliant, so it'll be really fun to spend time with her as well. So you can check that out.
And if you want to hear the show, we obviously post them online. So if you want to go back and listen to her too,
That's
right? Yep.
true.
Mhm.
Yes, we will make sure that it's posted. Good call on that one. Yeah,
Kinda
and it's
get-
on YouTube too. I think maybe it's a Facebook, YouTube thing. Yeah.
Which we are doing right now. If you'd like to check
Right.
us out, we are actually kind of like massaging our new setup here in the studio. We'd love to hear from you. It might be easier that way with our lighting and our people. We have lots of people in this
We
studio.
have lots of people because today is Courtney's last day with us. I know. I know she got a really cool full-time gig doing something that she
Yay!
really, really has great passion for, which is always the goal, right?
Proud of
We
her.
want people to do that.
Super proud.
And so she's training our new assistant, Jen,
Yeah.
who is in the soundproof booth. I'm learning all the ropes about how to take the calls and how to talk to the caller. So we say goodbye to lovely Courtney and we welcome lovely Jen to, the Manuchehri, whatever. They take care of everything.
Yeah, they do.
They do everything. Yeah,
They're
I just
the
show
crew.
up. Yeah, they really are. Okay, so we're taking people's calls.
Yes, and the number's back in business
Yay!
after last week.
We're so glad.
We
We're so glad.
apologize,
Yeah,
in advance.
it happens.
It
Technical
does.
difficulties come.
Sure.
And there's always another number you can
Yes.
use. You have to pay for that one if you're outside of Washington.
Mhm.
But, we do the show for free.
Yeah.
Happily, provide information at
Yeah.
no cost. So
We were just a little slow on the uptake on knowing the number wasn't working.
yeah, we were
So
slow.
we figured
Yeah.
it out halfway
So
through the show.
it's all fixed now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So
Okay.
that number is, 877-825-8828 for the show, 877-825-8828. And we'll start things out with Sarah calling in from the LA area. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Yes, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm lovely. Thank you. What can I do for you?
So I've just gone through some changes in the last few weeks.
Uh-huh.
And I would just love sort of just a general reading what my guides have to say.
Yeah. I personally believe that I'm always speaking from the guides, even though it doesn't sound like I am sometimes. I feel that they have a great influence on the information I receive and what I partake in the conversation. Well, I drew out your energy. I'm sorry that you've gone through some challenges. I know your mind isn't completely happy about it yet, from what I can tell.
Yes, correct.
You are leaking from the first chakra, which, the first chakra, the root one, when you have a substantial leak, so a lot of your life force from this vortex is running back into the earth or just moving off in the sky around you. And it can be from a drastic change or a loss of some sort, or having to reduce things in a completely different way. But the rest of your chakra system looks amazing. So even though your mind hasn't quite wrapped around the big change that's occurred in your life, and your root chakra is symptomatically responding to that, the rest of your body is woohoo. So we know this is actually good for you.
Oh, good.
Agreed? Do you agree?
Yes,
Okay,
I
good.
definitely agree. It's been an adjustment, but I feel like it's for the best.
Yeah, your energy system says it is. So we know it is, right? So that's good. So
Oh, good.
I would give yourself the opportunity that you need to grieve whatever's going on and changing for you, and to also then be happy about what's coming next and all the opportunities that are available for you. And letting go of something that was kind of a pain, honestly. That's how I feel. Like
Yes.
whatever it was, I go back and forth between a relationship and a job, but you know,
it was a relationship.
yeah. So even though there were things that obviously you liked about this person or you really cherished about this person, it was also a pain, not
Yeah.
a good fit because the rest of your body is super happy. So
Oh, yay.
congratulations, because that's hard to do, right? Especially when you've got an order of things, you're used to the routine of, whether it's a workplace or in your case, a relationship situation. Um, yeah. So
Oh,
great.
yay.
Congratulations. You're doing the right thing. Everything's
Thank
fine.
you so much.
Yeah. You can spend some time grieving, but I wouldn't spend too much time grieving because the rest of your body's really happy.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And is there anything else I need to like focus on right now?
Just the happy, just, let yourself have those grief moments and then just go right back to the happiness so that you can keep
Okay.
attracting more beautiful, wonderful things for yourself right away.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Thank you so
Good.
much.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
Alrighty.
Yeah, thanks very much, Sarah, for joining us from the LA area. 877-825-8828 is the number. And we'll take now Liz calling from the local area, Issaquah, which is just outside of Bellevue in the Seattle area. Hi, Liz.
Hello.
Liz, are you there?
Hello.
All right, let's do this. Let's put Liz back on hold for just a quick second.
Okay, and we'll go to whoever's
Wait, I gotta
next.
push buttons faster. Let's take now Raylene from Colorado. Raylene, are you there?
I love that name.
Right.
Hello, Raylene. Huh.
Raylene.
Hi, I'm here.
Oh, yay!
Okay, good.
Phew. Didn't want 2 weeks in a row.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I love your name, by the way. It's very pretty.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
I just would like a general reading, please, and just like advice.
Yeah, this is what I think is interesting. People say, I want a general reading, but they really have a question. And believe me, you're better off asking the question. Not that well, because you're going to ask it anyway. That's what's going to happen. So, general reading would be, I'm looking at your energy system, your chakras, and you have beautiful intuition. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, so what that means is that you're listening to your mind. The brain is a beautiful organ, but it is logical only, and intuition is not logical. It's the complete opposite of logic. And so when you have a strong intuitive ability, which you do have from what I've written out in your energy, and you don't access it, or you don't think you have it, or you don't try to become friends with it and utilize it, it's almost like missing such an important aspect of your life. It's almost like missing a limb. And we can make things work, obviously, if we're missing a limb or, an important part of the human anatomy. We can make things work and thrive and survive. But it's a little bit easier if you have all your parts. And in for you, it's your intuition. So I would recommend that you start meditating, start reading about intuition, start practicing that muscle, because you're not going to be satisfied with life from what I can see, because you're kind of stubborn. No offense, by the way. I don't think it's a bad energy. You're kind of stubborn, and you're going to get the answers that you really want, that bring you great joy, that bring you great happiness, if you start to become friends with that intuitive muscle.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what I start reading books on it, start meditating, watch some YouTube videos. It's time.
Yeah, that's crazy. I already had that in mind.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
Congratulations. Good job. Good intuition. Good intuition. Okay. Have a great day in Colorado, I think it was,
Raylene
right?
from
Yeah.
Colorado. And
Yes.
our best to everyone there, too.
Yes.
They've kind of been having a rough last couple of days,
man.
too.
I know. It's just,
gotta
I know
end it.
we don't need to be
I know.
political here, but we have to get rid of the automatic weapons and the rapid firing, pistols. And come on.
It's a little too much.
You don't really need it if you go hunting.
Right.
And I don't think people should be hunting, but that's a whole nother story unless you really need the food and you can't afford to buy it.
Right.
Okay.
Got it. Okay. Totally fine. We got it out. Let's moving on. We'll go back. And actually, I apologize. We had the wrong name. It's Diane. I'm sorry. Diane, are you there?
From Issaquah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, Diane. What can we do for you? I already drew out your energy. What can I do for you?
Okay. Well, I'm calling. I called about 3 years ago and wanted an energy checkup, and I've gone through some things and hopefully made some improvements.
Okay.
And I want to know if I've gone from 60% to hopefully a higher level.
So I am assuming what I said to you 3 years ago is that you were only absorbing 60% of energy. Is that
Yes.
okay? Great. Well,
Mhm.
I direct your energy. You have a leak in the first chakra. It's not severe. I would say it's more like moderate leak. But yeah, I would say your
Okay.
energy is at 80%.
Wow, that's
So what
good.
did you do differently these last 3 years?
Well, I moved and I started renting a little house.
Oh.
Ditched a relationship, got
Oh.
into one with a very good person,
Oh.
and just worked on myself internally. Learned to appreciate myself.
Wow. Well, congratulations. 80% is huge. Your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh chakra are taking energy in. That's
Okay.
amazing. I mean, it's probably higher than 80, really, when you think about it. Um,
Wow.
the root just is a very significant vortex
Mhm.
when people start to leak from there. And maybe it has to
Okay.
do with just the way the world has been the last year. Things have been.
Mhm.
Some people don't really like. I I know this is gonna sound weird. I don't It's not that I wish anyone harm during the pandemic. I wish everyone to be okay and safe and healthy and wonderful. But it
Yeah.
kinda reminds me that I'm in a hospital all day long, and I kinda like it. It's kinda weird.
Mhm.
I like that I
Mhm.
have to sanitize my hands and wear a mask. I'm just at home with it.
Yeah.
Makes me oddly happy, but it doesn't make everybody else happy, right? So that
Yeah.
could be why you have a leak in the root chakra, and things are starting to change now.
Yeah.
We're gonna. I mean, you and I live at a beautiful place. In fact, Courtney was telling me that there was an article. She thinks it was in the New York Times that it said that if everyone in the United States, if all the states had followed what Seattle, they actually named the city, not necessarily the entire state, because
Mhm.
not our whole state has done a great job, honestly.
Right.
But if everyone had followed the same protocol that Seattle had followed, 300,000 less people would have died from the coronavirus. So that's pretty remarkable. We're really lucky that we have, such good leadership and people who are willing to follow protocol, right?
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
So try to relax that root chakra. We're getting through everything. And congratulations on your increase of energy. Good job. Good
Thank
healing.
you.
Good
Is
job.
there any possibility that the stress at my job would be contributing to the leak?
It's possible. Are you working from home or are you going into work?
I'm going into work and
Yeah.
it's just a huge systems change and there's a
Yeah.
lot pivoting on my particular
Mm.
position.
Can you
So
work from home?
I can.
Uh-huh.
I don't work well from home. I'm really
Mm.
distracted. So I
But maybe
actually
it's better for you.
yeah.
Or maybe twice a week you can work from home
Mhm.
and kind of relax your autonomic system. And here's what I want you to
Mhm.
start saying to yourself.
Okay.
A what if question. What if I'm
Mhm.
doing an incredible job? What if I'm on the right track? And what if everything is working out? I
Okay.
just want you to start saying that to yourself because you have great integrity and you don't want to let anyone down. And you're not
Right.
going to. But I think you
Okay.
need a few days at home, listening to the Marie Manuchehri show from your home office
Mhm.
and going into work 3 days a week. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'll give that a try.
Okay, great. All right. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. You're welcome.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
very much for calling in. That's a nice little plug for yourself
Yeah,
there.
thank you.
So, while you're doing a little
Yeah.
bit of this, just tune me in.
Right. And we do have like hundreds of shows
Uh-huh.
on our podcast at Bean Pod, I believe it's called. Yeah,
Yes.
Courtney's shaking her head.
With
Yes.
an
And
N. Bean. Like
Bean
pod
Pod.
bean.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bean Pod. Yeah.
Podbean?
Podbean.
It's Podbean.
Podbean.
I got it
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's like
Podbean.
shaking which way would I Podbean.
Yeah. So you can tell I just
Uh-huh.
do my work and then everybody just takes care of everything for me because I don't have time to do any of that other stuff. I just do readings and interviews and teach classes and
It's all good.
yeah. But anyway, it's really fun because it even people from around the world listen to those podcasts and we actually get to see a graph of how many people from where they are listen to it. It's really
Mhm.
quite fun. But
Very true.
we've interviewed people like Deepak Chopra. We're going to interview Christine Northrup in May about a revision to her book, Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom, coming up in May, I believe it is. And so there's a lot of fun things. Kelly White, who we interviewed recently, and a whole bunch of other people who maybe you don't recognize their name, but you love what they wrote or what they talked about, and you can learn something from the interview. Yeah. Or from us answering people's calls.
Still waiting for Stormy Grace.
Oh, yeah. I think we have her scheduled next month.
Sweet.
Yeah, I believe she's coming on the show in April.
Love
Yeah,
more
she's
on that.
lovely. She's an astrologer, lovely,
Mhm.
fun, kind. You know
Totally.
what she does too is she interviews pretty much, well, obviously not all, but she interviews a lot of astrologers, and we've actually interviewed some of the astrologers that she
I know, right?
interviews, right? So it's really fun.
Pass
Yeah.
it along. Let's see here. Let's take one more before our first
Okay.
break. It's Himmy. I want to make sure I get that. Himmy from Carmel, California. Hi, Himmy.
Hi, hey, it's Timmy Marie. How are
Timmy,
you?
hi, Timmy. How are you?
Good. So I had a reading with you last week,
Uh-huh.
and the day after, my best friend called me and told me she had breast cancer.
Oh, I'm
And
so
she's
sorry.
also having some heart issues. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, oh, I wish I'd, found that out the day before so that I could have asked you about it. So that's why
Oh,
I'm calling now. Her name is Kelly.
Kelly. Well, I actually have a good feeling about it. So that's a good thing. If I can have a good feeling when someone's been diagnosed with a disease, that's a good thing. Kelly needs to change her life. And you can disagree with anything I say because you know her, I don't, right?
Yep.
Yep. I think Kelly complains too much. I don't think she's very happy or fulfilled. Does that make sense?
She may be in her head, but not
Not out
not
loud,
to
right?
anyone else. She's very stoic. She's hardworking, and
So she
yeah.
doesn't express.
That might
Right.
be it. Yeah.
I mean, don't let me, put words in your mouth about it, but so I would have a talk to her about what is going on behind those beautiful eyes of hers. What is she thinking? What is she feeling? The heart chakra, which governs breast tissue, for women, most women get breast cancer from grief, repressed grief, emotions that they haven't expressed. That's usually what creates breast cancer. So even though she's not complaining out loud, when I'm in her brain I assumed she was complaining out loud, but she's not. I hear a lot of complaints. So that would be something to sit down and talk to her about positive thinking, having to go talk to someone, like a therapist. So she can talk about historical things and whatever she's going to choose to go through to heal her body as well.
Okay.
That's
All right.
but I have a good
Good.
feeling about it. Honestly, I do. So that's a good sign.
Okay, great.
And try not
Awesome.
to
Well, thank you.
worry. Just send her beautiful light, hold happy energy, and try not to think about the things that you're worried about regarding her, because that's going to help her enormously.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, thank you. And I'm very sorry.
Great.
We're
Oh,
really sorry for their recent diagnosis. And of course,
well,
we
thank
wish,
you so much, Marie.
of course, we hope her recovery is as speedy as it feels like in my energy system when I read it.
Yeah, she's strong, so I'm sure she'll be fine. Great. Thank
Okay,
you.
but maybe not as strong as we all think she is.
Right.
Like there's
Yeah.
something going on under the hood. All
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Okay. Thanks so much for calling in to me.
Yeah, thanks, Timmy from Carmel, California. Have you ever
Yeah,
been there?
I have. It's
Oh,
been a while, but yeah, I've been there. Been on the beaches. Gorgeous. Yeah, Timmy's in our psychic coaching
oh,
program.
great.
Yeah. In fact, our last class is like in a week. It's so sad. I mean, I'll be teaching another one pretty quickly, but I mean, you're with these people for 12 weeks and you just love them and they're so fun. And it's so fun to watch them just light up and get answers and expand. It's just I'm going to miss all of them.
Super amazing and fantastic.
Thank you.
877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're at our first break of the hour, and we'll be right back with more from Marie.
And welcome back to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here in South Bellevue. Yes, we're in Bellevue. It's on the other side of the bridge from Seattle. Hardly any traffic again today, although, Microsoft is actually saying you can come back to work, I think May 1st.
Wow, really? Okay.
They're going to start to let some of their employees come back to work. Boeing's thinking about June. My daughter and son-in-law both work for Boeing, and they're like, we don't want to go back to work. We like working from home. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. But then there's a lot of parents that are
Yeah,
like,
they're parents.
yeah.
Oh, no, some of them,
that are just like, that's all they do. And they're like, please go back to school.
Yeah.
I mean,
Please go back to school, and can I please go back to work?
Right.
You're right. Yeah,
Where's
I
the
need
other
a
side?
break. Yeah, I know sometimes when I do readings for clients right now, because their families are so full, their house is so full, they are in the car with the heater on, talking to me on their phone through Zoom because they have no privacy in their house. And now my kids know why I got a little bit bigger house so that there's plenty of room for everyone. Yeah.
areas to be in.
Right.
877-825-8828 for the show. And we'll take now Carol calling in from the Redmond, Washington area. Hi,
Oh,
Carol.
great.
Hello.
Hi, Carol. What can we do for you?
I have some issues with my scalp and my skin.
Okay. And did you know
And-
what chakra
Go ahead.
that governs?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so that's the cool thing. It's each one of the primary chakras, there's 7 of them. They govern particular parts of our anatomy and physiology. And so whenever you have a health issue, you can I have this in the back of my book, Intuitive Self-Healing. You could actually go to this chart and it can tell you which chakra it is most likely responsible for it and what you can do to take care of it. But of course, you have me on the line, so this is lovely. It's the 7th chakra. The 7th chakra governs all the skin on your body. So that would include your scalp. And the vortex enters at the top of your head. So it's the last chakra. In energy medicine, we count up from the bottom and move upward to the top of the head. So it's the 7th vortex. You only have 2 beams of light moving into the 7th chakra. And you have sparks coming off of the tip of the vortex, which is right in the scalp. It goes maybe 3/4 of an inch into your scalp. It's a little bit different for everyone. So the overall, because everything's really about feelings and emotions. So for you, the universe is wanting you to have an upgrade about who you think you are. And you're fighting it. You're fighting this upgrade. You want to be humble. You don't want to think too much of yourself. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not allowed to do that anymore. That's not healthy. I mean, don't we want all of our kids to think and feel that they're amazing and handsome and gorgeous and wonderful and kind, fabulous beings? Don't we want them to feel that way?
Absolutely.
Right. So now you need to adapt or adopt that same type of feeling about yourself. You need to feel that you are gorgeous, genius, wonderful, magnificent, worthy, deserving, precious. So the universe already feels that way about everyone. And the universe is the type of energy that comes in through the top of the crown and moves hopefully through the rest of our body. It activates all the myelin and nerves and everything about the nervous system. All of it is affected by the 7th vortex. So you need to upgrade your perception of yourself significantly forever. Okay. And isn't the universe so intelligent? It goes, let's bother her skin. Let's irritate her and her scalp. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing serious, thank goodness. Right? Yeah. Like, let's bug her. And it does bother you. You do not like it at all.
Hate it.
At all. I know. It's so cute. And we've never spoken. Have we ever spoken before?
No. Well, yes. I
Really?
took Reiki from you years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you. I know I missed those Reiki classes. I don't know when we're going to be back in a hotel laying on tables, actually, not massage tables, and learning Reiki, right? Who knows what will happen. So, aren't they fun? Those are really transformative workshops.
They're so much fun, yeah.
Right. So now you have your homework. This will take care of the itching. If there's something else, like maybe you find out that you have a slight allergy to something, it'll become clear because you're going to address the main reason, which is the emotional component.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling it's allergies too, but I'm not sure. Could I ask you how many guides I have?
You can ask me quickly. You have 9. And so that you have 9. That means that you don't want to come to Earth many more times. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not your favorite place.
Okay.
Okay?
Ugh.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. We wish you less itching forever.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a
Bye-bye.
great way to send someone off. Less etching.
Although I do love how smart the universe is, you
Yeah.
know, right? Like, and of course, there can always be an allergen or an environmental cause, but if you don't address the root cause, it'll show up again. And you'll just be allergic to something else or some environmental thing. Yeah.
Right. 877-825-8828. We'll take now Teresa calling in from Boston, Massachusetts, or the Massachusetts area. I shouldn't be specific,
I
but
love that area. It's so
Teresa.
pretty.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Good. How are you? And I love the accent too. And people, are funny in Boston. They're hysterical, actually. They're outgoing and
We
friendly.
don't think we have an accent, right?
No, of course not. So what can I do for you?
Well, I'm just curious about my heart chakra. Probably
Ah.
about a year ago, I started having issues with a really rapid heartbeat.
Yeah.
Did all the testing.
It's
and like,
nothing.
no, nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
And then now it's starting to happen again. And
I
it's
know.
really
I can tell
unnerving.
you what it is. I'll
You
tell you.
can?
Yeah. So it's a couple things, honestly. But first of all, it's hormonal.
Okay.
Unfortunately, doctors, because women, we just haven't been at the highest rung of interest
Yes,
in almost every aspect of the human consciousness. So doctors have put women on like antidepressants. I mean, they used to put like our grandmothers on Valium. I mean, when I was a nurse in the hospital, a certain aged woman would come in. The doctor would go, okay, yes, I know we shouldn't be giving her Valium, but she's been on it for 40 years. I'm like, oh
Wow.
my gosh. So it's hormonal.
Okay.
So what I'm recommending, I'm not recommending hormones, although some people do need bioidenticals. I'm recommending some herbs, antigens to help your hormones be happy.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That sounds great.
Right. So you'll need them for your adrenal glands and for your reproductive. So there is, I do love Integrative Therapeutics. It's a wonderful company. A lot of naturopaths use their formulas. And they have one, and I'm just going to say it, but I'm not a naturopath. So, you can ask an expert, right?
Okay.
I love HPA Adapt. It has beautiful herbs in it for the adrenal glands and has maca root for the reproductive hormones. So, and for those of you who are listening, if you take pharmacy or you have a health issue, you absolutely, other than you, of course, Teresa, you absolutely should ask your practitioner to make sure, because herbs are powerful medicine, but they just cleanse out of the body better than pharmaceuticals, which is really great.
Okay.
So that's what you
Nice.
need is, and you could, there's different formulas, there's different companies that make things, but you need to support your adrenals. Your whole endocrine system needs support. That's number one.
Okay.
And then number two, you have a leak in the back of your fourth chakra. It's mild to moderate. And so learning how to receive will be really helpful for you because that's
Okay.
not your favorite thing.
Now, just because I'm getting nervous talking, but what was the fourth chakra? Is that the
So the fourth chakra is,
solar plexus?
no, it's right
The
above
heart.
that. It governs the heart. So it's literally governing your heart muscle, your breast tissue, your lungs, all of the ribs, your upper back,
Okay.
right? And the back portion is in the upper back, and that's where I see the leak. And it's that particular area of the heart chakra is the highest receptivity center. So it's important for you to receive. Like, I love that you're calling in the show and you're asking for help. That's really nice because you don't always ask for help. So I'm really happy that you did.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate your help, and I actually have an appointment with you
Oh,
in June, so I'm looking forward to that.
Great.
As well.
Okay. I can't wait till we talk about everything else. It'll be super
Awesome.
fun. Have a lovely day
Thank
in
you
Boston.
very much. You
You're
too.
welcome.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Teresa, for calling in from the Massachusetts area.
You know what's funny when you're like in those, because we don't have tolls where you have to throw money and these
No.
weird metal things. So you have to
yeah,
have a lot of
we
change.
stick them to our windshield. And
Yeah, right.
The machine
They
does
just
it for
take it
us.
out of our bank account,
Right.
and it's a lot more than coins. Let's put it that much, right? It's a lot. But there's all these places like in the Midwest and on the East Coast where they have these machines that have these arm come down, and they have a like this cone. You have to throw coins into it, and it somehow measures the coins, and then the arm goes up. And I mean, thankfully, the people at the rental car prepared me for all of this, transient weirdness, because when my book was published, I went to a whole bunch of places and did little talks at bookshops around the country. And it was kind of funny. Like, and then what if you miss it? You have to get out of your car, find the coins, throw it in there, It's correct. Sometimes people, if you're in line, they will come up and throw money in the thing so that you'll just move onto the freeway.
Some people have backups. Yeah, just in case. Like, we got to move here, people. We've done. You must be out of town.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
877-825-8828 is the number for the show. And we will take Mari calling in from California. Hi, Mari.
Hi.
Hi, Mari. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm lovely. Thank you for asking. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I've been having kind of a hot mess mixture of digestive and
I'm
hormonal
so sorry.
issues.
It is hormonal. Back to the hormones again. And you don't have to be at a particular age to have hormonal issues, right?
Yeah.
So estrogen is a natural anti-inflammatory. So it is a hormone in the body that reduces inflammation. If someone has any hormonal weirdness going on in their body, and it doesn't have to be because of premenopause, it can be, or menopause, but stress can affect the hormones. Hormones are delicate, sweet, lovely. Well, maybe sweet's too nice of a word, but there's these tiny things that communicate in a very loud voice to one another, and they can affect the flow and the movement of their molecules. And you've been under stress, from my perception. True?
Yeah, I think probably way more than I realize at times, but yeah, pretty tremendous, I think.
So I still think, I think people need to feed their adrenal glands. And of course, I'm not a naturopath, so I'm sure a naturopath would disagree with me. But often I think people need to think about taking good herbs or eating food that's going to really affect their adrenals. And I don't know what food would do that, quite frankly. But I think if you start feeding your adrenals and your reproductive, the digestive issues are going to go away. My sister who lives in Bend, Oregon, she's adorable. And we're just a year apart, so we're in the menopause zone. And she called me after she'd already had a CT scan, ultrasounds, huge blood workup, because she had terrible digestive issues. So she called me. I told her what herbs to take. She called me like a week later. She goes, I can't believe how much better I feel. I go, I know. This is why we need modern medicine to study naturopathic medicine in the way that naturopaths study it, like at Bastyr or other holistic universities where there is a wealth of amazing intelligence about our endocrine system, right? And then a really good digestive enzyme for you too, because you're not absorbing your nutrients very well. Sorry.
Okay.
You've just been under way too much stress. So what that means is you need more downtime. You need more naps. You need more walks. You need to stop thinking about the planet, the world, news. No news for you.
Oh, I don't. Yeah,
Good.
I don't do any of that. And
Good.
the interesting part is I'm probably the least busy I've ever been in my life. And it's a very unfamiliar, foreign feeling. I was on survival mode my whole adult life, and I'm finally getting some space to kind of relax and recuperate.
Yeah.
And it feels very strange. Like one part of me is constantly questioning, is this okay? And another part of me just doesn't want to do anything else. It's the least driven I've ever been, but I've been really driven around my spiritual life, which has been wonderful.
Good.
But
isn't
been
it
just
funny?
a strange time period.
It's funny that your body knows how to make everything work if you're running at a full tilt. But when you finally can rest, it freaks out. Yeah. So I would start having chats with your house, yourself, which is your house, by the way. It's your home.
Yeah.
And it's just like, honey, everything's okay. And use, what if everything's okay if we're not busy? What if it's okay to rest? What if it's safe to relax and take a deep breath? Just start having those beautiful, nurturing conversations with yourself and ask some what if questions on that vein. Okay?
And financially, I'll be okay if I'm not pushing 1,000 miles an hour to make things happen.
Well, I think so. I think people will make more money if they're receptive versus giving all their energy away. But you have to also work on your beliefs about your money. You need to be happy when you look at money and your bank accounts and your statements and your online transactions. You have to be happy when you engage with wealth. It makes a big difference.
Yeah. Logically, I know that. I think I'm trying to get my nervous system on board with all that still.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and we wish you a beautiful day.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your help. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks very much for joining the show. The body is your temple.
It is your temple. And I do believe we have a financial freedom class coming up. We still have some spaces left in that class. So just go to energyintuitive.com and you can see the website and go to the events page. And it's a brand new website too. I've heard it's kind of fun. I haven't really totally visited. I've looked at it in its production
At least
phase.
you're honest. At least you're honest. You can be like, yeah, I love my
really
website. I've been all over
with
it.
But I think things move and it's movable. There's stuff happening on there. So
Yeah,
it
you should
be
check out
fun.
your own site once.
Well, I did each page as it was being developed, but I haven't really enjoyed it quite yet. Yeah. I kind of work a lot. What can I say? And then I have kids
all
and
good.
grandbabies and a
good.
dog
Yeah.
and, projects.
Mile a minute.
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. Our last break is, unfortunately, right now. And we'll be right back with more from Marie.
And welcome back to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here in Seattle. Oh, and I don't really remember all the details, but I will be a part of the Medical Intuitive, what is it called again? Summit for the Shift Network.
She's typing it in.
Okay, thank you. So I think that's happening in April when they post that. I'm pretty sure we'll, of course, let you know. But there's a beautiful summit where different teachers are going to talk about medical intuition and health issues. And so I've already done my portion of that interview. And so I hope that you enjoy that.
That would be the Shift Network Energy Medicine Summit.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
And the first week of May around.
First week of May? Okay, great. So, yeah, that was very fun. They're very fun to work with. I'm very dynamic and a professional group of people, so that was super fun. So I hope you enjoy not only what, if you catch me, great, but all the other wonderful speakers that will be speaking over a period of time, several days, talking about energy, medicine.
Oh.
What is the summit called again?
It's a long title, the Shift Network Energy Medicine Summit.
Oh, I love it. Great. Okay.
I'm trying to do an acronym for it, but that might not work either.
Great.
I'll
Great.
figure it out.
Okay, so who do we have next?
Yeah, we'll take, let's go with Carrie. She's calling in from Eugene, Oregon. Hi, Carrie.
Great.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Carrie. How are you? How's Eugene?
It's a little bit rainy today.
It? Yeah.
Same here.
We can relate. Eugene is such a beautiful town. I mean, it's really a college town, literally, right? I mean, that's really the only reason why Eugene lives basically is because of all the students that are there.
I have a question since it's popped in my head. Sorry, Carrie. So the town literally shuts down though, like at 10, right? Because we traveled through there a couple of years ago, and we tried to go somewhere after 10 o'clock, and nothing was open.
I would probably know the answer to that if I didn't shut down at 10.
Good answer.
Yeah,
good
answer.
Good answer.
I've been there before, but I don't think we were out after 10.
Okay.
So
we were just
Yeah. There's probably
I don't know. Come back.
Yeah.
Totally.
We'll wake everybody up.
There you go. That's a great idea.
Answer. Great answer. I love it. Love it.
So what can I do for you?
So I called in a while back, and I also have a session with you coming up in May. So I'm super excited about that.
Is that our first session in May?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Wonderful.
That is our first session. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Great.
So I'm going to save my question for my friend's son. He's 14 and in a lot of physical pain. He has asthma, allergies, and eczema. And he's irregular bowel movements, constipation for days, bloody stools, GI. He's had all kinds of.
He does have a really sensitive intestinal tract, really sensitive, and that means that he's really sensitive, and he's taking everything personally. So this
he's listening right now, by the way.
Is he? Oh hi. Lovely. Thank you for asking.
He's not with me, and I couldn't. He couldn't figure out how to call, and his parents are busy. So
that's great. Listening. Great. So first of all, it would be important to have a particular diet that doesn't have a lot of sugar, a lot of dairy, a lot of wheat, because those are the those are the main.
He's not already. He doesn't do wheat. He doesn't do dairy. He has sensitivities. He just got a GI, a food sensitivity test, and he was reactive to 50 out of 70.
Right. So what will make things get better and allow this to go away is that he has to be very, very nice and loving to himself. A lot of people who are hard on themselves and they're super sensitive, like this lovely young man, it is very challenging for their intestinal tract. So he's going to have to be really loving and kind and sweet to himself, and you're going to have to teach him how to do it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, that's our job as adults, right? We get to teach kids how to change, right? And his parents will have to do the same thing. So I would some great what if questions for him. What if I'm a great guy? What if I'm doing a great job? Yeah. What if everything is moving smoothly in my life? And I wouldn't even. It's also going to be important for him to stop thinking about his intestinal tract, stop thinking about the allergies, stop thinking about the asthma. I know that's challenging, but if you put a lot of energy into your problem, you're just going to make it bigger. And he already is doing all the right things, seeing doctors and having tests. So there's not a lack of responsibility here, but there needs to be a quick venue shift in thinking because the mind is powerful. Whatever we focus on grows. That's just the reality. So have him think about things that make him happy, and most importantly, think about things that are wonderful about himself. And it's a tricky age. A lot of young teenagers are very self-critical.
Right.
Right. So he can't afford to spend a couple years in that space because we don't want him to develop, some of the disorders that are related to the intestinal tract.
Do you see him having like a resolution to this
Oh, yeah.
in a time frame, like a
Couple years if he works on this. Yes. If he works, the more he works on this authentically, it could happen much faster. So time doesn't really exist, honestly, but I know how to break it down and look at it from a human perspective. So if he does it kind of slow, which will be lovely, a nice gradual decrease in symptoms and all of that. But it could happen much faster if he could think about other things and be authentically loving to himself, then things can happen quicker.
any book titles that jump off the top
Yeah,
of your
there's one
mind?
book. It's written by a man who is a tech guy in his 30s who wrote the book, and it says, "Love yourself as if your life depended upon it." I think we interviewed him. I'm not positive if we did or not, but I think we did. It's a great book. I refer it to all my clients. And it was about a young man who got very, very sick, and he learned to love himself, and he got healed. Did you find?
Kamal Ravikant?
Yes,
Yep.
Kamal Ravikant. Yes, thank you. It's a great book.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun for
Okay,
him
well-
to read.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in. I'm so happy because I feel like that we're eradicating a potentially serious disease, and I'm so, 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 so happy. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
All right. Yes, you too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining the show. From Eugene, Carrie, 877-825-8828 is the number. And we will now take Denise calling in from Lake Forest Park. Hi, Denise.
Hi, Danny. How are you?
Good, thanks.
How are you, Marie?
I'm lovely. Thank you. What can I do for you?
I
Oh, and I
have a
know who
quick
you
question.
are.
Yes, you do.
Thank you for the Valentine's gummy bears. They were so delicious.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
I saw those in the store. I was like, oh my gosh, those are
Yeah,
really
thank you
sweet.
so much. Yeah. Those are really, really good. Okay, what can I
And
do?
did Charles
Charles
like his
loved
own?
his biscuit. He ate the whole thing, within seconds.
My dog Russell loves those.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. That was very kind of you. Very kind. So what can I do for
You're
you?
welcome. I had a quick question for you. I got a phone call yesterday that one of my cousins, who was only 42, passed away yesterday morning.
I'm so sorry.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said I'm so sorry.
Thank you. And I just, I followed you for a long time, and
Hey, we've been to Greece together.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
And I just was just in shock all day long, and just struggling trying to integrate, because when you talk about, that you believe that we have 5 exit strategies planned when we come here, and I haven't had any trouble. I feel like I understand that and embrace that. And I was just in shock all day long yesterday, and really trying to integrate my human grief with a higher understanding of us coming here as souls in that. And I was hoping you might be able to give me some input.
Well, first of all,
on that.
I'm very sorry for the loss of your cousin. I truly am. And I think it's normal what you're experiencing. I mean, we're not at this point of super, super consciousness where we can be, oh yeah, they flew over, cousin Bob flew over and had a great, we're not, we have to go through the grief process too, right? So you're going to find yourself going in and out of that, where you're going to be in this place where you're shocked and you're saddened. Of course you should be. Of course you should be. And it's okay to have those feelings too. Like, that's really healthy. And it's so funny. I didn't mention this during the last call. Not funny, but kind of interesting, because in Eugene, I almost brought it up. My cousin, Deb, used to live there. She passed away last year. And I almost brought it up, which is kind of interesting, but I thought, well, I won't bring that up. But here we are talking about cousins who've passed away. So it's normal to have that grief. And then at the same time, then expand your energy and be open to communicating with the cousin, which would be very fun for you. And your cousin will love to have a conversation with you about all of this. Won't that be fun?
Yes, that would be very fun.
Right? So, we're learning here on Earth how to manage our thoughts and the emotions that come up for us around anything that happens in our lives. And it's normal to grieve and have experiences and to be sad and all of those things. And then as we do that, we also honor the fact that this person wanted to go home for a really good reason related to their own, consciousness and expansion of being. And so they found an out and went home, or they're on the way, because your cousin just passed away, correct?
Yes, just yesterday morning.
So this person is still in the ethers. They're like in the astro plane, aware that they have crossed. But I mean, this person hasn't totally crossed yet. I mean, they can. It's not a problem. They're not going to have an issue crossing. But this person is still in the astro plane, kind of going, hey, this is really weird. What happened? And then watching everybody being sad, but not feeling sad themselves, right? Because when you leave your body, you're not sad. You're like, wow, that was cool. Now what? What's going on? Wow. And you can see all the people you love and you can spend time with them. So they don't feel lonely. So it'll be really fun for you when you start to have this conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I, as you know, I've been working for several years with your assistance to get out of my head. And I felt kind of I guess I was questioning how I was processing.
I think you're doing a great job. I'm glad that you're grieving and mourning the loss of someone that you love. What a wonderful opportunity to share our feelings for someone and towards their family, and to come together and love each other during a time of change. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, thanks, Cindy, so much.
And thank you, everyone, for listening.
Yes.
I will talk to you all tonight, actually, with the Kelly White Experience interview. You can go to Instagram, Facebook, all those places, and find out how to get there for the interview at 5.
And we have a couple extra seconds. Thank you, Courtney, so much for helping her out in the show. You were amazing, and we wish you the best. We really do.
We really do. And we also welcome Jen.
Yay.
So we have one door opening and another door opening.
Kind of swiveling.
Swiveling.
It comes and goes.
Yeah. But thank you, Benny, for bringing that up. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Joyful blessings, everybody. Bye-bye.